I'm Laura Perez. I'm a professor at University of California, Berkeley, in the program of Latinx, Chicanx Studies, and the Department of Ethnic Studies. Um, I work in the arts. I work in literature, visual art, and performance studies is the focus of much of my teaching and my publications. I was asked by Felicia Rice, who is an artist and also the publisher of Moving Parts Press, and on behalf as well of Museo Eduardo Carrillo to function as an editor for this book, for Tlacuila Visions, Apparitions and Transformations, Irena Di Cervantes and Celia Herrera Rodriguez, this beautiful accordion style book. The invitation to serve as editor was essentially to select the artists and to write the very brief introduction of these two artists, why these two artists together. Irena Cervantes and Celia Herrera Rodriguez are artists who are particularly unique in Chicanx art and US Latinx art for a number of reasons. One of them is that their entire careers, they have dedicated themselves through various media to exploring our indigenous ancestry as US Latinx people. And they've done this consistently to rediscover indigenous ancestry or African diasporic, in the case of those who also have that background, has been one of the most important and decolonizing moves or movidas that artists and intellectuals have done as a response to racism, as a response to the devaluation of Latinx and Latin American origin cultures. And that, of course, includes indigenous roots, African diasporic roots, and other non-European roots. And so the beginning of these movements of this generation in the 60s and 70s, you'll find amazing explorations and amazing work that look at indigenous ancestry or African diasporic ancestry in terms of aesthetics, how to make an object, but, even perhaps more powerfully, the worldview within which the making functions, whether it's the colors, whether it's the symbols and the references, and of course, in terms of the indigenous, the spiritual philosophy, the spiritual worldview in which all action is embedded. And I feel that the work of Irena and Celia has really investigated in a deep way and over the long term these different ways of making what today we call art, aesthetics, how to make a piece of work, why, what is the importance and the value to the community of what we today call artists. And when I think of Irena Cervantes's work, I think of how much she has explored the idea of art as being a part of and in service to the heart of the community. The community is central, relationality is central. In this day and age, the value of honoring our ancestors and honoring each other and the interdependence between us as different humans, different cultures, but also with other life forms. There are amazing artists who have worked in many media. Celia has also done very powerful work with installations, three-dimensional objects. Irena's murals are throughout California, also in Latin America, and their signature. When people think about LA, they think about some of the murals that Irena has left there. So these are two artists who are historic figures who have made incredible contributions. They're feminists. And Celia has also really advanced the way we think about queerness, and as also part of our realities, pre-Columbian realities, present realities. Gender and sexuality is something that has also been colonized. And in her work, we begin to also think beyond these restrictions on who we get to be as human beings and who we get to love. So two powerful women artists, and it's always for me a joy and an honor to work with them.